Hey guys, I'm Brendan with Quackback, and today on our Firearm Friday, we're going to be talking about the Quackenbush Safety Rifle. Hey everyone, here to talk about today's sponsor, Genesee Brewing Company. If you're looking for a taste of that summer beach vacation without the unwanted sand between your try the new Mango Peach Kolsch. The all-new Mango Peach Kolsch, it's the latest addition to Genesee's popular line of Kolsch beers. It's got that subtle bready malt body with a mild hop bitterness. It's complemented by big, juicy, natural flavors of mango and peach. Bright, refreshing, golden ale, and it's perfect for cooling off during summer's hottest days and sultriest nights. Remember guys, this is a seasonal item, only available from April until August of 2024, so we're kind of running out of time here, boys. So this was the first rimfire that Quackenbush started selling. He applied for the patent on February 23rd, 1886. Altogether, for the entire run of production, they made two different models as far as barrel length. They made a 22-inch version and an 18-inch version. They sold about 40,000 18-inch barrels and about 30,000 or 35 of the 22. So for the entire production run that they made these for, you were looking at about 75,000 total of these rifles sold. So this would be an 18-inch barrel, and this would be the 22-inch barrel, as you can see. Pretty big difference. So Quackenbush, we'll kind of get started up here. I have quite a few different Quackenbush rifles, as you can tell, the safety rifles. And the reason I have just kind of these out is they all have certain features that I think are kind of hit everything that he had. So that'll kind of give you guys a little bit of a heads up on what your options were when it came to making the whole, when you were buying a rifle, versus, what you'll see commonly. And then a little bit of the subtle changes over the years too. So I have some older and some newer. Some of these are in better shape than others. And then this one right here that I'll show last is a pretty neat piece that I think. So either get all nickel, all blued. So all nickeled, all blued, or your barrel's blued and your breech block are blued, or you could get a nickel barrel and a blued receiver, or a blued breech block. So a couple different options there. Other add-ons that you could add on, and we'll kind of, I guess, go through them. So I'll get these guys out of the way. Is so besides your 22 versus 18-inch barrel, you had a couple different sights that you could put on here. So this was your standard adjustable rear sight. It would have a screw that mounts in the front of this post here. And then you could slide this up and down, and that would have, its little notch cut into it. This does have an upgraded that you would pay for. It does have an upgraded front post. So now it's a hooded post sight. And by hooded, it's that full circle covering it up. So you can kind of see there that it's got that as an upgrade as well. You can tell this is one of the older models because of that buttstock shape. There's also no rebounder here. And we'll kind of get into what that rebounder device looks like. So just to age it, there's no serial numbers on any of these rifles. So to age it, you kind of go by its features. So just like every other one, apparently, a good amount of his rifles. Crescent buttstock, I typically see is the older versions. If it has a rebounder or not, this does not. And again, you'll see what a rebounder looks like, a rebounder device. And I also, where the sights are positioned on the gun, I noticed late production models, he took this dovetail and pretty much mounted it to the back of that barrel. And the reasoning being, is my guess, You know, we know now why, but I'm sure he knew back in the time that with this being farther up the gun, those little minute movements kind of throw off your sights. And, you know, the farther you're shooting, the more you're going to be off. So the farther you can get that sight to sight distance, the more accurate you're going to be able to shoot the gun. Doesn't mean your gun's more accurate. It means that it's going to give you a better chance to be accurate, if that makes sense. So, and just a note, I've said this before, when you open up the breech blocks on these, please make sure that you have this either at full or at half cock, and you do not dry fire these unless you have snap caps in there, or you know, like this is just an already spent 22 short, just something, because you're going to destroy the back of that breech on that gun. You're going to break your firing pin. There's 1,000 little things that are going to go wrong here. So always make sure that you're at least on half cock when you open that up. So we'll get it on camera here. If you can see that pretty denounced line, that's from people opening it up. And I'll kind of show you here. I'll release the there. So if you can see, that's the firing pin sticking out right there out of the front part of that swing breech. And every time you open and close it, what you end up doing is just absolutely gouging it onto the back of that breech. This one lost, like a lot of them come with, its ejector, because when you take this gun apart, it just kind of falls right out. This was marketed more towards kids anyway, so 1800s to today is a long time to trust people to not take it apart and not lose stuff. So this one does not have an ejector in it. They're supposed to come with one. I do have ejectors on a lot of these other ones, but so that's this one, all nickel, 18-inch barrel. And again, this had the hooded front post on it. I don't know if you can see this, but kind of got worked over by something here where some metal on metal contact. Does not look great. But otherwise, I do like the blonde stock here. This is the only one that I have that's really a blonde stock. I really do like the look of it. Pretty clean gun otherwise. It was pretty clean until I put my greasy mitts all over it, and now it's kind of showing that. So these would shoot from 22 long rifle down to a 22 short or 22 CBs, which were like half the size of this, and those were used in shooting galleries. So that's what this gun will be shooting. And that is this 18-inch nickel barrel version. This is a 22-inch standard rear adjustable sight, just like the other one. This one's got the normal, will come with just that front sight, and you'd either screw it in or screw it out to kind of adjust the height as well. This is nickel barrel, blued on the breech block. So this came with an upgrade that was a nominal fee if you wanted to get one of this 4-end grip. And as you can see, this one's broken. It's cracked through. Again, this is an old gun. But that's what that would be. So you'd pay a nominal charge back in the day, and you'd get one of these on here. Also, if you notice, the buttstock shape on this one, significantly different. So it's less of that crescent shape, and more of what we kind of see more in that traditional rifle stock. And this is indicative that it's an older model. By older, I mean later in the series. So this is a later model, and this is its rebounding device. So having a rebounder device also kind of ages it a little bit later into the series of these rifles. So this one, again, beat up. I mean, this stock is not great condition. It's also one of the darker stocks that I have, so kind of go from the lightest to the darkest. I did like the color there, so I thought that one was pretty neat too, as far as that goes. Third variation, another 22-inch barrel. Front post sight, standard. Rear post, standard. Has the rebounder, so we can tell that it's a later generation. Buttstock shape lets us know it's later. Like this guy, so it's got the knurled knob. It's also got a little sling mount there. Where you're supposed to put the other sling, I have no idea. But you do have this, so maybe you could just use it as a boat anchor or something. I'm not quite sure. But, this one, pretty clean. The bluing on it's really nice still. This is one of the cleaner ones that I have. And a pretty good looking gun. So that's the 22-inch. And again, if you notice, in comparison, I'll get a 22-inch to 22-inch to show you. So that's that rear sight difference. From these barrels lined up, it's about 3 or 4 inches. That will make a significant difference when you're aiming down that sight as far as those little movements tweaking your sight picture. So this was one of the newer ones. Another indicator that it was newer is this third patent line that was stamped into the side of the gun. So most of them just had the 2. And you could tell again by where it was aging, it helped. This one says patent in US and England, February 23rd, 86, and Belgium, March 15th, 86. So HM Quackenbush, Herkimer, New York. And then we give that patent date. This patent date, HM Quackenbush, Herkimer, New York, USA. Patent in US, February 23rd, 86, June 23rd, 96. England patent, February 23rd, 86, and Belgium, March 15th, 86. So we can tell that this one was most likely made after 1896 due to that patent date being on there. Obviously, the frames aren't necessarily married up to these barrels, but at least this frame was probably made past 1896. Again, there's no real way to be able to firmly tell what the year is on these. But that was one as well. And then I'll bring you into the kind of the neat one that when I saw it, I got a really good deal on it. And I saw it and I said, Neato Mosquito. I really like this. So I hope this camera picks up the color of this gun. It is almost like an oil finish. I believe, my guess is this was professionally restored or, professionally done to do this to this firearm. The buttstock is the same oil type finish. So that matches up with this breech block. This has it as well, but it's a little bit more blued, not as like oil slick as the other one. It's hard to see. This was probably the original dovetail. And we'll get that down there. This guy cut in was probably the original dovetail sight. And then they had this professionally cut in to mount this old style, varmint or targeting sight. This is an older one. It does have a rebounder device. But the patent date, there's only 2 on it, the 2 dates on it. So kind of, again, indicative, of those dates. So this one has the extractor. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you guys. It's pretty hard here, but there is pretty much no damage to the back end of this. So whoever had this took care of it, got it restored well. A beautiful, real crisp, clean gun. They also got that front post removed. So there's no hole in there or anything. My guess is they had it filled in and then they redid the exterior of this gun. But this gun is just beautifully clean. The stock is pretty pristine. It looks brand new wood. Just an altogether great gun. So, this was Quackenbush's safety rifle. They all had this swing breech design. Or to load it, you'd swing it out, load your round, close it back in, go full cock. Then you could shoot, half cocked, open it back up, and kind of keep going. Interesting, neat little design. I'm gonna have to get out there and shoot these, kind of see how they shoot. really, it is a pretty interesting design on this gun. I mean, a lot of his guns were made that did have the same breech block style. So his Firearms, got one over here. So this is his bicycle rifle that has a collapsible stock, wire stock, and we can get into this. We'll make a video on this one as well. But this is same thing. Otherwise, besides that stock, you're looking at pretty much identical guns. Same swing breech style on this as you'd find on the other ones, where you'd load it and swing it closed. So that's his bicycle rifle. I'm Brendan with Quackpack. This is the Quackenbush Safety Rifle. Thanks for stopping by, guys. See you next week. Another thing, guys. So real quick, if you happen to go looking for these rifles and you happen across sites like Gunbroker, you will see Quackenbush Safety Rifles up there. Right now, I think there's 3 active listings of a $900 safety rifle, and then I think like 2 $1,000 safety rifles. If you see these online, don't buy them. They're not worth $1,000. You know, again, it depends what accessories it comes with. The rebounding device, the hooded front post. There's a couple different styles of post too. There's a flip up. Those add percentages onto what the gun should cost. You know, you might add 10% for a hooded front post on what you pay for the gun. The fore end, the stock as well. So just something to keep in mind. My personal opinion, if you're paying, if it's not pristine for like $350 or $400, besides it being rare or something, I would not pay it. So there's a lot of guys on Gunbroker in this, you know, reselling economy now that the gun market's gone up. Yeah, do not buy those guns that are out there for $1,000. One of them had the stock on upside down, and the other 2, I mean, were absolutely clapped out, just catastrophic looking firearms. And these guys wanted $1,000 for them because they say they're rare. And they're really not. You know, you just got to sit around. You'll probably see at least one come up a month. So just something to keep in mind. Don't get fleeced. Don't pay those prices. Wait, and you'll find somebody selling them for a respectable price that's actually what they're worth. And then I would pick it up then. So do not go out and buy these things for $1,000, $800, $900. They're frankly not worth it, and you're getting ripped off. So I paid as low as like $120, you know, for one of these, and then you know, it goes from there. But again, just know what you're looking at, know what you're going to buy. Please do not get fleeced by these guys on Gunbroker. And if you go on there, send them an email and ask them why they think it's worth $1,000, and they're not going to be able to tell you because they don't know. So a little bit of reading would do the world's wonders for these sellers. There are books out there that tell you about the resale value of these things, like a Kelly Blue Book of Firearms. And also kind of go with what you want to pay. Obviously, if you feel like spending $1,000 on one, cool, then you can. But like I said, I would not. I think the vintage firearm market is crazy with how some of these prices are. So just keep that in mind, guys. Yeah. I mean, just make sure you're getting a good deal and shop around. Don't be excited to buy something and instantly buy it for a price that you're going to regret later when you know what they're kind of really worth. So that's it. Thanks, guys. And have a good day. We'll see you in the next one.